everyone, this is Keith Scott from out in Sydney, Australia. I'm one of the voices of Blue Energy Loose. It's time to watch Relentless and Unstoppable. And so give it up for your main hosts, Douglas Kenny and Andy McPhee.
Well, I was actually the last baby born in Florence before they shut down the hospital.
Mm.
Um, but I stayed with my mom. My brother and I got taken by CPS. We were in the system for a year, and my grandma and grandpa ended up adopting us. So we were raised by our grandparents. Our dad was in the picture a little later on in life. But our upbringing was pretty good until our grandpa passed away, and that's when everything kind of started getting a little more challenging, especially with our dad because he wasn't in the best spot in life at that point, so he would often take it out on us. So,
Yeah, what did you do to push through and persevere through all that?
after eighth grade, I was hanging out with a really bad group of friends for ninth grade. 10th grade, I started getting my head together. And 11th grade, I got into martial arts when I was 15. And then I got into firefighting when I was 15. But to push through it, I just kind of just focused on schoolwork and just kind of kept to myself for many years.
Yeah, yeah. So, the senior year, that we both went through, I heard there was some negatives about it that you had to push through, you know?
Yeah, one of them was I didn't want to walk across the stage for graduation. And it was simply because we were in a really rough spot financially, and we didn't have the $40 at the time.
Yeah.
Um, so I didn't want to walk for my graduation, and I told my friend that, and then she ended up telling a teacher. So two of my teachers basically said that if I didn't walk across the stage, they were going to fail me. So I'd have to go to summer school or take another year of high school.
Yeah, so a little bit of emotional blackmail, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. There was a lot of that going on campus as well. There was violence and there was also, bullying happening and there was also a lot of manipulation, and so,
Yeah.
that's sort of where I was getting into about how we need people to properly guide
Mhm.
students,
Yeah.
and I think that, we just need proper guidance. We need more Andy McPhees in the world, people that actually know the business and, if
Yeah.
schooling was approached the way Andy McPhee did, I think it would be looked at differently by a lot of people, even people in schooling.
Yeah, I feel like if they actually focused more on like what the students did, like for me going through high school, I ended up doing the gym class like 4 or 5 times and I didn't need to do it that many times. So I graduated with like 28 credits, but I didn't get the scholars because I didn't do AP classes. Whereas in if I would have been guided to doing the AP and IB classes, then I probably would have been a little bit better off.
Yeah. Obviously, there were some good memories though of going to school. Do you have any that you'd like to share?
Gee, that's all we have for Relentless and Unstoppable. So tune into the next episode to hear more amazing stories from amazing guests. This is Keith Scott from Sydney, Australia saying so long, and I'm smarter than the average bear. Gee.